Gentlemen, today I want to talk to you guys about derma-planers. Now, in this hand, I've got two of the highest rated ones that are bought on Amazon, and on this side, I've got the leaf version, which I have done a kind of interesting review on in the past. But I want you to stick around because I want to talk about something that I think that razor companies in general are doing wrong, that leaf, I believe, is doing right. And the first product is About Face 3-pack derma-planer set. Now this set comes in your standard little blister pack. The derma-planer itself is all plastic bodied with a little plastic center piece there, which I believe is just to kind of give it a little bit more strength. And you have a plastic safety cover on it. Now the blades in these aren't really replaceable, and so they're really meant as a 1 to 2 time use deal and just to be tossed away. When I use this on a small patch on my arm, it did take the hairs off fairly easily. However, it definitely had a little bit of a scratchy feeling while doing so. Now this has 25,000 ratings on it with an average of 4.5 stars according to the Amazon. And the price tag on these come in right around the $10 mark. The second derma-planer that we're talking about says that it's a eyebrow razor according to the plasticky Ziploc bag thing that it comes with. Now I do have to say that this bag isn't too bad, as it should last a while and it holds the product fairly nicely. Now this comes with 10 extra razor blades, so this one is refillable, as well as it is metal. Well, it's mostly metal. It's got a protective cap that is plastic, as well as to change out the blade, it's got a little plastic piece that slides out of there that then you have to take the old blade off, gingerly put the new blade on, and then you have to try to figure out and line it up just right to slide it back in there. And there is no real locking mechanism in there. It is metal, which gives it a little bit of heft, which is definitely nice with, I think, any razors. However, unless if you're holding it like a pen to do right around the eyebrows or the nose bridge here, I don't think it'd be very comfortable doing the rest of the face if you are a female with this one, just because of the kind of teardrop shape that they gave this one, and it just is fairly thin, which seems to me that if you're using it for a while, at least my hands would probably start cramping up fairly easily. I found that this second one also has a little bit less scratchy feeling to it, if that makes sense. So I think that the little guard on the blade is probably a little bit better than the cheaper version that I just got done showing you. Overall, coming in around $15, I would have to say that this is definitely a much better option than the throwaway ones, just because, well, you can get replaceable blades for this, although those are gonna cost you another $10 for 40 of them. This one here has 214-ish reviews as of the time of this recording, and it also comes in at about 4.5 stars, which I think is fairly decent for something that is, well, kind of eco-friendly. Now let's take a look at the leaf really quick. It has some weight to it because it too is all metal. It's got a nice wide handle here with these little dips in the handle for your fingers to go for many comfortable different angles and usage techniques for a derma-planer. One thing that this razor comes with that the other ones do not is a little clip to make the blade half the size safely so that you can more accurately get the little hairs around your eyebrows and in between and on your face without having to worry about the entire razor, which is definitely nice for those tighter spots. Now, something else that the other razors don't have that is replaceable on the blade itself is the little guard on the blade. And what those guards do is make it so that the blade doesn't actually touch the skin. The other dermaplaners that I have mentioned tonight is kind of a very thin piece of metal wrapped and glued or taped to the blade itself. Which means they do have an extra cost to this one versus the other ones, because each 10 pack of these with the blades is right about $10. But the good thing is that you can buy just their half of blades, and you should be able to get these to last you quite a while, especially considering that you should only be dermaplaning about every 3 to 4 weeks. Now, something else that the other ones didn't have is a really good way to store it. Leaf has thought about that, and they have this nice little stand which will hold the dermaplaner horizontally or vertically very nicely for storage as well as display. And as far as how this one felt when I was using it on my arm as well as when I was using it on my face for the review, I found that this one really doesn't feel scratchy whatsoever and is a much smoother than the other two options. Now you might be wondering about the price of the dermaplaner from Leaf. Well, that is one of the downsides about Leaf, and that is that it is going to be right about $40 just for the blade without the refill kit. But with the kit, which comes with the refill kit and the stand, you're looking at a hefty about $60. However, they are items that should, well, honestly last you pretty much forever. And I think that Leaf does a very good job making sure that it will, because Leaf's whole thing is sustainability and products that last, well, quite frankly, probably just about forever. Which is really something that I wanted to focus on in this video, which is just how good of a job Leaf does with their sustainability. The closest thing to plastic that I've found in any of their products is silicone, which is only used for like their little plastic handle add-ons as well as for their travel boxes and the sleeve that they have for the dermaplane. I have not had any pieces of plastic in any of the packaging, even bubble wrap to keep the products from moving around. They design the boxes to really hold the products well and to make sure that they get to you safely and securely. And I just think that sustainability is something that a lot of other companies really could and should focus on a little bit more. Now, don't think that I'm saying that all razors should be double edge or single edge razors like this one, because I don't think that that's really ever going to happen now. But I do think that companies really could have more options that lean toward the sustainability of products. Because when you go into the store, all of the razors all are in blister packs, which, let's face it, just gets tossed into the garbage because you're not going to remove the plastic from the cardboard and put them in the recycling that way. And if they really think that they need to show their product, just have a very small blister on a box that shows just the head of the razor or just a single cartridge head. And I think that would be a whole lot better than what you see right now when you go into a big box store. Now, as the video title says, I'm no tree hugger. I understand that some people may prefer this little plastic travel bag as well as a metal holder for their blades over something like a cardboard one. I get that, but I think that companies should just focus a little bit more on sustainability, and I think there's plenty of people out there that are willing to pay the little bit extra to be able to have those sustainable, what is basically now a luxury, because we want products that last. Now, I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section, so let me know if you agree with me, disagree with me, or if you would even consider buying products that you can't actually see through something like a blister pack. Now I know this may have seemed a little bit like an ad for Leaf. However, I can assure you that I did not get paid anything for this, but they did send me out the derma-planer to review in the last video. However, if you would like to buy the derma-planer for a loved one or yourself, I guess, go ahead and check out the affiliate link down below and you may be able to save yourself a little bit of money as well. If you want to see my thoughts on the Leaf derma-planer from a guy's point of view, check out this video up here. Down below, it's going to be a video that you may enjoy as well. As always, until next time, you have a good one.